Cabins. I'm Eve Fair at the Cabin Fairy. Have you ever had a guest leave a review so sweet that you wanted to frame it, hang it on the wall, and sprinkle glitter all around it? Yeah, that, my friend, is what happens when a stay goes beyond nice. It becomes memorable. So today we are talking about part 3 of the series, Booked, Blessed, and Guest Obsessed. And today we're talking about how to create guests who don't just stay with you, they talk about you for a long time after, they review you, they recommend you, and they come back again. I'm Eve Bear at the Cabin Fairy, and I help turn ordinary cabins into magical, profitable, guest-loved escapes with cozy designs, smart systems, and a little bit of sprinkle of pixie dust. And here's the fairy dust truth for today. A guest-obsessed rental is not built by luck. It's built by intentional little moments. Now listen, getting booked is absolutely wonderful. We all get that surge of adrenaline when we get our bookings. Blessing the stay before they arrive is very powerful. But creating guests who are truly obsessed, that's going to come from making them feel seen, cared for, and delighted during the stay. Because guests may forget the exact number of bedrooms. They may even forget the brand of your sofa. They may forget the color of what the curtains were. But what they will remember is how your cabin made them feel. They will remember ease. They're going to remember comfort. And they will certainly remember the little moment where they said, oh gosh, oh my goodness, that was really thoughtful. That's what turns a regular reservation into a guest-loved experience. So first, guest-obsessed hosting means anticipating before they ask. This is where you put on your fairy wings and you think 3 steps ahead. If the guests are bringing pets, do they have a dog towel by the door? Is there a dog bowl for water and food? If families are staying, are there games, night lights, plastic cups, or extra blankets? If couples are coming for a romantic getaway weekend, is there mood lighting, a cozy throw, and a coffee setup for the slow morning? If your cabin has a hot tub, are the towels easy to locate? If the fireplace is tricky, are the instructions clear? Is there a remote? The goal is not to overwhelm them with stuff. The goal is to remove that friction point, the choke point. So every time you answer a question before they ask, you create a much smoother stay. And smooth feels magical. So your 10% more action step is to write down the last live guest question that you received. Then ask yourself, how can I answer this before the next guest has to ask? You want to eliminate them having to ask you. That might mean adding a label, updating the welcome book, changing the messaging, or placing something in a more obvious spot. So tiny fixes equal huge guest relief. Second, create one signature moment. This is your little sparkle stamp. It doesn't need to be expensive, fancy, or over the top. It just needs to feel like you and your brand. Maybe it's a s'mores basket waiting on the counter. Maybe it's a handwritten welcome note. It could be a local coffee station. Maybe it's even a rainy day basket with games and cocoa. It could be a dog-friendly corner with treats and bowls. Maybe it's a photo-worthy porch setup with blankets and mugs. These are the moments the guests remember, believe it or not. This is the moment that they will talk about now and for years to come. This is the moment that makes them feel like they didn't just book a place, they booked an experience. And that's what separates the wheat from the chaff, right? So let me tell you, in a crowded Airbnb market, and we know it is, experience is what helps you stand out from the crowd. Because someone else may have a cabin. Someone else may have beds. Someone else definitely has Wi-Fi, but nobody has your magic. Third, end their stay with ease. I mean, checkout can either feel peaceful or like a royal decree from the castle. You know what I'm talking about. Strip every bed, start 3 loads of laundry, take out all the trash, wash all the dishes, sweep the floors, feed the woodland animals, repaint the porch. I'll kindly pass on. Guests should feel leaving grateful, not feeling punished. And yes, we all need checkout instructions. Yes, guests should respect the property, but keep it clear, simple, and reasonable. A guest who's had a wonderful stay can get a sour taste at the very end if checkout feels confusing or excessive. So make it easy. Tell them exactly what matters most. Maybe it's lock the door, please leave the trash inside so that the wildlife doesn't find it. Maybe load the dishwasher and message me when you've left, when you've departed. That's it. End with kindness. Thank them, invite them back, remind them that you're grateful they chose your little corner of the mountains. The last impression matters just as much as the first. Now let's talk about reviews, because reviews are a little love letter to your future bookers, right? If you want to get great reviews, you have to create review-worthy moments. That means the stay should feel clean, clear, cozy, and cared for. Then when the guest leaves, send a warm follow-up message. Not robotic, not desperate, just kind. Something like, "We loved hosting you and hope the cabin gave you the peaceful mountain rest that you came for. If you enjoyed your stay, your review means the world to us, and it helps future guests find our little magical retreat." See how that feels? Warm, human, grateful. That is how you ask without begging. And when guests feel appreciated, they're more likely to respond with appreciation. Now, you don't need to become the Disney World, the cabin rental world, overnight. Use the 10% rule. Do 10% more than is expected, but stay in line with your brand. Don't do 100% more. Don't burn yourself out trying to be the perfect more. Just 10% more. One clearer instruction. One cozier corner. One thoughtful basket. Maybe one easier checkout. One warmer thank you message. That is how you build a great experience that compounds over time. Small touches become better reviews. Better reviews build more trust. And more trust becomes more bookings. Yes, more bookings. And that, my friend, is the pixie dust and profit working together. So here we go again. We're going to wave the magic wand and recap part 3 of Book Blessed and Guest Obsessed. To create guests who can't stop talking about you, number 1, anticipate what they need before they ask. Number 2, create one signature moment that they will truly remember. 3, end the stay with ease and gratitude. And last but not least, ask for the review in a way that feels warm and genuine. Because guest obsession does not come from being perfect. It comes from being thoughtful. It comes from making the stay feel easy, cozy, and personal. It comes from showing your guests, we thought of you. That is the magic that they remember. So here's your action step for today. Just choose one. One signature moment that your cabin can become known for. We don't have to do them all. Like I said, let's narrow this down, just one. That is your 10% more. And if you want to help turn your guests into raving fans who review, rebook, and recommend your cabin, comment magic below and send me a message. I'm always here to talk with you. So to end this, I'm Eve Barrett, the Cabin Fairy, and I'm cheering you on as you build a rental that gets booked, feels blessed, and keeps guests absolutely obsessed. I look forward to seeing you all in the mountains.